What's up guys, Kayla here, welcome back to another game on the Gwenology account. This time we're up against Renekton. Runes should be on screen now, and this game is pretty tame to say the least. Me and Renekton obviously tried to go for solo kills on each other, we tried to trade back and forth, but it doesn't feel like a lot happens this game, so I'm going to talk about the first few waves here, which we are trying to hard shove for a fast level 2 into his tower. And I will explain that real quick. So basically, right here we kill the first 6 minions. I'm gonna try to push this wave right here into his tower, and that will give me enough time to go into the enemy jungle and place my ward on enemy blue and Grump. If you are on the opposite side, you would just go do this on his red buff. And this will allow you to have permanent vision on this Lee Sin, basically. The second you see Lee Sin on this blue, you know, okay, I need to play safe top, and it's just very easy and comfortable to play, even though the jungler will be on your side of the map. Here, I last hit the 2 minions there to get my level 3. For those that don't know, first 2 minions of wave 3 will give you your level 3. I do a very poor trade here. When you do this setup, you want to make sure to let the wave push into you after you come back, because they will have first touch on wave 3, and if you try to push into them on wave 3, stuff like that will happen. You'll take too much minion damage and their full combo. So here with Lee Sin on the top side of the map and Renekton with a sizable HP lead. It's about 150, but it does really matter early game, especially since how powerful Renekton is in this current state. I want to just talk about my thoughts on Gwen in the current meta and the nerfs she's received over this season. They weren't direct, but I will talk about those real quick. So real quick, the meta, I feel like it's pretty okay for her. If you look at on screen right now, things like Skarner, Rumble, Jax. Jax is probably middle of the pack. You can learn to win the lane, but I'd say overall he does win. Rumble absolutely dumpsters you, and Skarner's a tank, so you dumpster him. And then other things like Cassante, Aatrox feel very good. So if you look, a lot of things feel good for Gwen, but it does depend on whether you are blue or red side, because if you're red side last pick, you always get the counter pick. If you're blue side, you always get counter picked. But now let's talk about the changes that actually do make Gwen worse currently. And these are just things that have happened over the entire season that have just all added up to Gwen being in a weaker state. I don't think she's bad, but comparing her to Season 13, I do think that her power level has went down a little bit. So things in like 14.6 where Fiendish Codex lost 10 AP and Haunting Guys lost 5. I used to be a promoter of always rush Riftmaker. Riftmaker's super OP, it's super good, but going back and buying these components means you are sitting on minus 15 AP, and that is about 350 gold worth of AP, and it is definitely noticeable to the point where I usually run Nashor's Tooth first now, especially since the triple tonic rune gives you an extra skill point in your E. You just utilize the Nashor's Tooth a lot better than you used to, which I think is a sizable buff to her. Just triple, or sorry, what's it called? Triple tonic existing is a buff, but this was a hit. And then also 14.10, dagger lost 2%. That is placebo levels of attack speed, but it obviously makes a difference. And then the biggest change that has happened in recent history, when being a user of Ghost, took a massive hit when they added 30 seconds on the cooldown and cut its active time by 33%, going from 15% time up to only 10 seconds. When I played this on PBE, I thought it was very negligible, but I played 5 games on it and oh my god, it feels completely different. to the point where I started running Ignite in a lot of lanes where I would run Ghost. Obviously, against things like Skarner or in Cassante, matchups that you are going to win, don't need to look for solo kills. You're going to still run Ghost because Ghost is so powerful mid-game and late-game, but it is very noticeable. If you want to circumvent some of these changes, like I said earlier, Triple Tonic gives you 20 AP up when you pop it for 60 seconds. You get the 40 gold on the level 3 pot, and then you obviously get the skill point at level 9, which lets you access your rank 5E at level 12, which is super, super valuable for Gwen. And then you can also run Cosmic Insight to get rid of the 30-second nerf that Ghost received. Unfortunately, you are still going to only have 10 seconds with Ghost, but that just means you have to use it smart. Tyler1 talked about it a few months ago where Ghost was the only summoner in the game that you could not misplay with. You could press Ghost 10 seconds before you got to the fight, and you still had 5 seconds of 40% plus move speed, and it was super powerful. I think it 100% should have been nerfed, and this was a solid way of doing it. Here I go for a solo kill on Renekton. I should have committed more for the fight. You saw me walk to the caster minion. I think if I just walked straight at him, I would have had this solo kill. But just a small misplay there. Actually, no, it's a massive misplay. Thankfully, if you see my Rocka coming up, she's going to kind of save the misplay here. Now, she doesn't get the kill here, but look. Renekton flashes, and just all this time he's spent running away. I'm getting a cannon wave, I'm looking to potentially get plates. It's like he died, right? It's like I got the solo kill on him, but he's losing so much more because the Rocka was just being annoying. I played with this Rocka the game prior, and the ADC actually rage quit because she did this like perma roam strat where she would like go heal the mid laner, go heal the top laner, go group with the jungler, and their ADC just couldn't handle it. But thankfully, our Smolder just mental gapping the enemy team right now. He's 0-1-0, and I salute him for it. But back to more stuff I want to talk about. I am going to be doing a charity stream, or 2 charity streams, the week this video comes out. They are going to be at, if I was smart and pulled it up prior, Thursday, June 6th at 5:30 to 10 p.m. EST, and Saturday to 8:30 at 1 a.m. EST. If you guys know Brikachu, she is the one that's setting this up. So I'm going to put her stream information in the description, as well as my standard everything. So if you want to check her out, be sure to give her a follow. But I'm thinking for those charity streams, I thought it would be a good opportunity for those that can't afford it to potentially get coaching from me. I'm not sure if I would do it in a Discord call with you. What I'm thinking is maybe we, or you guys, do a recording. So you play a game, just hit the record button, and I go back with a notepad and I just pause and I talk through my thought process of what you should be doing in the game and what could have gone differently. So if you are interested in that, be sure to join the Discord down below, and I will grab the games from that. We also might play Legends of Runeterra. I found out that Gwen is an actual deck in that game, and I played the game once. I didn't enjoy it, but who knows? Maybe they changed it a bit, and maybe we can hit the equivalent of Diamond in a card game I have 15 minutes on.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, there I have some downtime, just clearing out a ward for 25 gold.
It's called the Hallowed Mist, but how it feels matters more.
Here Renekton has ulti. I tried baiting him in, but he knows my ulti's up soon because ours are actually tied together. I didn't even know this, by the way. Renekton and Gwen both have a 2-minute CD at rank 1, and it shares all the way to rank 3. So it goes from 120 to 100 to 80. And that is a good indicator for if you guys play this lane. You will always know when their ult will be up if you use yours at the same time. And if they use theirs 10 seconds earlier, yours will be up 10 seconds after, and vice versa. Here we're going to pick up steel caps. Lee Sin could potentially gank us, and Renekton is an AD champ, so since they're both AD characters, the steel caps have double value, protecting us against both of them, whereas if this was like an Elise Renekton, we would probably not even opt into boots, we would just go straight into the Nashers because the split damage doesn't really benefit us one way or the other at this moment.
An enemy has been slain.
Vex is going to find a nice little kill there. Soraka, again, just perma-roaming. This Smolder was a soldier, by the way. Like, just letting Soraka play the way she did and creating this much safety and pressure for me and Vex was absolutely awesome of him. Alright, here I see my ult is coming up in about 15 seconds. I want to look for a solo kill here. I'm pretty sure that his ult is up because, again, we were timing ours with his, so unless he randomly pressed it in a bush and it went on CD, he has it here. Again, I should have committed. Like, I don't know what I'm scared of. It might be because I'm running the ability haste rune instead of alacrity. I might not think that I am stronger in the extended fight, but I most definitely am. That's 2 times Renekton should have been soloed by me. But we're gonna reset here, sell our potion, get the Nashor's Tooth. Cashback activating for the first time. But I was talking earlier about all these changes, and they were more about playing Gwen. For those that don't know, I also play a lot of jungle Gwen, and unfortunately, I feel like jungle Gwen is in the worst state it has ever been in, and I think that it is currently pretty troll to pick it, at least my playstyle. I don't even think Conqueror feels that amazing, but obviously I've always been someone that can't make it work. I've tried time and time again. It just doesn't click with me. I've played so many games. I even played it in a scrim match with in a tournament, and it just doesn't function. Like, I can't carry with it. But anyway, First Strike, for those that don't know, got changed. It is now also getting nerfed to where you only get 10 initial gold, and that is just absolutely abysmal. There's no change whatsoever to it. Here, fight's finally breaking out. Renekton's going to commit to the fight, and I'm just going to have bigger numbers than him. He had Eclipse, but Nashor's Tooth just much stronger in the 1v1. Anyways, First Strike, that was my standard setup. Go for full AP one-shots. It doesn't work anymore. I switched to Hail of Blades, which feels pretty solid. And it's just very unfortunate because AP junglers are super strong in the meta now. But if your name is not Gwen, you're a very strong AP jungler. because the reason AP junglers are strong right now is due to Faded Ashes, which is a dot damage item that builds into Blackfire Torch and Leandry's, and Gwen does not utilize those items very well. I tried a lot to make them work, and they just felt very suboptimal compared to just going Nashers into Shadowflame. And it just sucks a lot because I loved playing Gwen jungle, and I'm still gonna do it, but I feel like if you do, there's not a reason anymore to not pick Karthus or Lilia or Brand or Elise. Like, there's not a niche Gwen fills at the moment where she used to just be a potential assassin that just generates a massive amount of income and solo carries from scaling like she does. Like, at this point, you would just play Karthus. Vel'Koz being forced to flash there. If I land my needles a bit better, I get the solo kill. But his HP is so low and the tower is looking so breakable that I just face tank him. I'm gonna try to walk out here. Pyke spots me. I had no idea that Pyke ult was even up. If you guys weren't paying attention to the minimap, a fight broke out, and I was for sure that Pyke would have burnt his ult there. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Speaking about the nerfs earlier, if you guys look at my inventory, I have Haunting Guise and Fiendish Codex. That's minus 15 AP in my inventory. Sorry if it sounds like I'm repeating myself a lot in this video. It's just, you guys see, like, there's not a lot going on. I wish there was more to discuss about the actual game, but I've already talked about everything on my notepad. Like, it's all done. At this point, I don't know. Comment down below what your favorite fruit is. I'm running out of stuff to talk about because there's just such little going on. Renekton's gonna look for the wave here, but no, he's gonna be a scared little croc, run away. I place blue trinket, he's still scared. And I'm just hoping, like, please fight me. Like, I know I was absolutely bored at this point. I'm just perma-farming. And I'll take the free LP, but I want to make sure that you guys are learning stuff from these vids, which is why I started picking and choosing which games to post on this.
Unstoppable.
Don't waste a minute.
But yeah, that does not mean I won't post losses, because I feel like there's a lot more to learn about losing a game of League as opposed to winning. But the losses that happened to me were a DC, a racist jungler. What else? Here, I have op.gg. A Katarina that wouldn't leave text chat. And so it's like, you can't learn from those all too much. Here I'm zooming in. If you zoom in far enough on your camera, your jungler will never miss smite, and it works out there. If I didn't zoom in there, Viego would have missed the smite. All me. Here we're going to hard push the wave. I thought Renekton was going to commit for the tier 2 top tower, but he actually chooses to defend the tier 1 bot. I feel like the Viego should have gone, or sorry, not the Viego, the Renekton should have gone and committed for the tier 2 top. That's 700 gold in his inventory. He would still be on par with me, but he would be able to run over the Vex, the Smolder, the Raka. But right now he's behind the Vex, and the Smolder slowly but surely farming up. Thankfully, because Renekton did go bot, Smolder's able to just chill out topside and pick up whatever CS he can in stacks. Renekton's S-keying, so we're just going to pop the bone plating there. And then here I'm walking back because I see a fight breaking out and I'm like, do they need me? And then I realize it's Smolder and Raka, and those are the weakest people on our team, so I need to be there. Using my W to make sure the Pike Dash does not stun me. Vex landing a beautiful ult on the Vel'Koz, and I'm going to pick up the kill. I see Lee Sin here, but I realize that Lucian is worth a lot more. So I'm going to zone the Lucian off and try to last hit the... Or sorry, zone the Lee off, last hit the Lucian. I missed the last hit on Lucian. And Vex is going to pick up the Lee. And then here is the most illegal thing I think you guys will ever see in League of Legends. So we won the fight here. Pike's up, Renekton's bot. Pike's going to miss the ult on Vex, and Vex is going to flash. And we're doing the Baron here. And just look at our HP bars. They're slowly but surely dwindling. Smolder's going to get the shutdown on Renekton. Pike's going to look for the Vex here. And just look how close we make this. To the point where Vel'Koz shows up right as we're killing it. If we were like, I don't know, 5 seconds slower, we might have wiped there. Thankfully, we got it. I still can't believe we were allowed to do that. I feel like there was some way the Pike could have played it to where he triple kills us. Maybe there's some Pike mains watching that can give me some ideas, but I just feel like with the abilities he had, he could have 100% triple killed us there. Here I'm just snagging a control ward because my idea is just perma-play the side lane. I know Smolder's weak. Vex is on par with everyone. Viego's dominating. So it's like, I just need to pull enough people into side lane to the point where Viego can clean up and my team can accelerate their economy off of Viego's stuns, off of his ulti, stuff like that. I'm gonna find Renekton again in the side lane, and yet again, it's gonna be an absolute coward. It's understandable at this point, though. He's much weaker than I am. But I'm still gonna talk about it because, oh my god, I was so bored playing this game. QE out of tower range there, trade my passive hit on him for tower shot, and we're just gonna full commit to the fight. Renekton's going to flash into the needles. I'm not gonna lie, I did not predict him. I just thought, hey, he might walk down, and instead of walking down, he flashed down. Which will allow us to get the tier 2 tower. Which, these things are a gold mine. I can't believe Riot has not nerfed the gold generation on tier 2 side towers, because 700 gold for one tower is just absolutely insane. I'm gonna reset here. I saw my entire team die. I could go ego for the fight, but there's just not really a reason for me to go flip. Place a ward here. I see the lead. Pike shows up. The entire enemy team is here. I really want to fight. I see my Viego still down though, so even if I commit for this fight, there's a high chance that 1, I die, 2, they get the dragon. If Viego was up, I would fully run in. I have Zhonya's, I have Ghost, I have ult. But I just do not want to get CC chained by Renekton's point and click stun into Pike into Vel'Koz. If the Renekton was something that I could counterplay, like, I don't know, an Orin, I would have probably ran into that fight. But it's just, you can't play around point and click CC. The way you play around it is you don't walk into them. And because I'm lazy, I was not timing Renekton's flash this game, so I had no idea if he had flash W at his disposal. That being said, remember tier 2 top when I tower dove him and he flashed? Yeah. Yep, my brain is an enigma. Yeah, that was literally my thought process. I was like, oh, I'll get flash W'd by Renekton into full combo Pike into full combo Vel'Koz, when I literally just did a play where Renekton died due to him using flash. And that is why you do not need to be smart to climb in this game. You just gotta be consistent. Renekton's finally gonna commit to the fight. That tells me Lee Sin's around. I'm gonna immediately take this fight. The only way I would lose it is Renekton ult plus Lee Sin kick. Vel'Koz looks for the solo kill. There's a solo snipe on me. We're gonna survive it. I'm throwing my needles to 1, get the slow, and 2, get the heal. And I just have the entire enemy team chasing me to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll go in, because even if I die in this situation, I'm stalling for my team. Just look at how much they're getting. The entire enemy team shows up top except for the Pike, I believe, and they end up getting him, or just pushing him off. I have 2,300 gold here. I'm just holding tab looking. And I think to myself, it's a little bit hard to stick onto the opponents. So I end up opting into Cosmic Drive here. I feel like a lot of the time here, people would opt into a Shadow Flame or Death Cap for damage. But if you're not able to stick onto the opponent, how are you going to land the damage? So it's better to get the Cosmic Drive. Even though you're dealing less damage, you're dealing more consistent damage, which will outvalue the Death Cap, the Shadow Flame, stuff like that.
But I'm still here. Still alive.
Sometimes the smart thing to do is walk back.
Here I end up finding Renekton in the side lane. I feel like I could have chased him down,
I will experience everything like I never
but this game is just completely over from this moment on. I'm 5-2-2. I'm too strong for basically 3 of them to come at me with. Renekton's gonna proxy in between me and the minion, or me and the base. I'm fine with handshaking this because my team is just much further ahead at this point in the game.
An enemy has been slain.
And here I'm just AFK farming, because it's like, my team has this. Renekton's still bot. There's nothing they can do, and this game is finally coming to an end. Here I'm typing. Soraka had to deal with so much the past 2 games. The AFK, and then the ridicule from the Lucian. I had to fight back for my good old support. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. Again, sorry if this was a more boring vid. I just had some stuff I wanted to talk about, and I felt like there was enough downtime in this game. Maybe a little too much downtime to my liking, but hopefully I can find a better game in the upcoming few days of me playing on this account, where it's more exciting. Again, thanks guys again. Here are the endgame stats. If you enjoyed, like, sub, comment something about a bell. Have a good day.
just like the good old times. Sweet, simple, and out of control.